Hi everyone, so we're on day 2 of our chapters, fractions, decimals and percentages. We're looking today at using our calculators. Everyone loves this time of year when we're using our calculator to do some of the maths first. We still have to know what we're working out, and so from this point of view, it was good to do those methods yesterday. Okay, so let's look here. It says work out how much each children grew from the nearest centimeter. Okay, so I'll just start you off on this. When you're multiplying, you can use your decimal idea of it, so you can create your decimal, or you can actually press the percentage on your calculator. Now I'm using my phone as my calculator. So here we go. We'll look at this. So Barry is 135 centimeters. Okay. And he grew by 4%. So we have to find 1% first of all. So 4% of, we have to find 4% of 135, and then we add it to it. So let's see how we do that using this percentage method. Okay, so hold on. Let me get back to our calculator now. Okay, so here's our calculator. So what we can do is we can just 4% as a decimal is 0.04, isn't it? Multiplied by 135. We can do that. Or we can actually use the percentage sign on our calculator. So if you see it up here, it's up here. All right, so we'll do both. Okay, so we're going to do 0.04. So it's kind of hard to do it and do the video at the same time. So just watch 0.04 multiply by 135 equals. So your answer there is 5.4. Let's see if we get the same when we use our, so we have to clear it, when we use our percentage thing. Right, so we were doing 4%. See, it automatically turns it into a decimal for you. Multiplied by 135 equals. Same answer. Now, in your example down here, so you can work away that. Now, I found out that it's 5.4. So what do? I have to add that to work out how much each grew. Also, he grew 5.4 centimeters. Okay, so it says, or the children who grew most to the ones who grew least. So you just work out how much he grew, how much they all grew. All right, and then order them from the most to the least on how much they grew. Okay, not who was the tallest, who grew the most to who grew the least. Okay, so then here you can work that one out and stop the video when you're ready. And then we're going to look down here. So here's the two methods, the decimal method and then just pressing percentage. Now it does say here, you don't have to press the equal sign for percentage method in most calculators. Now in mine you had to, and I would, unless it gives it to you automatically, that's what I would do. So here they give you an example. They say 15 multiplied by, find 56% of 15 euros. All right, so we're going to do it out the same way. You still need to know how to, what sum you're being asked. So here, I'm going to write it down to make it clear for myself. So I'm trying to find 56% of 15 euros. We're going to use both our methods again. So I'm going to do I'm going to clear this first. I'm going to do my decimal method first. So that as a decimal is 0.56. So I'm going to go 0.56 multiplied by 15 equals. And the answer is 8.4. Now we're going to do our percentage way and see, just check, do we get the same answer? So here we go. So we're saying 56%, see, it automatically turns it into a decimal for you, multiplied by 15 equals 8.4. So it just shows you both ways work. All right. So now, for instance, calculate the following using decimals. Now it says as well, round the answer to the nearest whole number if it's getting, so they want you to round it to the nearest whole number. So that means the number to the left of the decimal. So let's see, let's just try this out now first. Okay, 10% of 30. So let's use our, using our decimal one. So 10% would be 0.10. So we know that. 0.10 multiply by 30 equals 3. So our answer is 3 there. So we don't need to round anything up there because it's done for us. I'll do the other one, next one for you. 25%. So what's 25% in decimals? It's 0.25. Okay, so let's clear that. And we go 0.25 multiply by, if we're getting 25% of 400 equals 100. So we didn't have to round up there either. But you'll obviously have to round some of them, okay? So just round it, obviously, if it's below, if whatever is behind the decimal point is below 4, you leave the whole number as it is. And if it's above, if it's 5 and above, you go to the next whole number. Okay, you know how to round. Okay, give that a go. Now, number 3, you can stop and give that a go if you want and come back to me. But for number 3, they're asking you to calculate the following using percentages on your calculator. Round the answer to the nearest whole number. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick this one here as well. So when you have 37.5%, that can also be called 37.5%. So let's try that one. That's a hard one. 37.5% of 72. So let's do this now. Oh, my phone's gone dead again. Hold on. Let me just get my my number into it. Here we go. We're at our calculator again. Okay, so we changed our 37.5% into 37.5% because we know a half is 0.5. So let's do that. So we have 37.5%. So there you go. It changes it into a decimal automatically for you. Multiply by 72 equals 27. So there you go. 27. So that's how you work that one out. You turn it kind of into a decimal within it, if you know what I mean, and then it does it for you. So anything where you have a half like that, try and turn it into a decimal. So a half, you know, is 0.5. You know, 0.25 is going to be a quarter. You know, you try yourself to make it into what you can. A third is 0.33. You have those already written down. Okay, so let's look at here. So you can stop the video if you want, write out those, try all those, and then come back here to me. So which one from each pair ate or drank more? Use your calculator to find out. So here it says, a seal ate 59% of 3 kgs. Now, are you going to stick with 3 kg? No, I think you should call it grams. So in that, then there's 3,000 grams. And here, the dolphin ate 78% of 2,000 grams. So let's work it out, okay? So here, we're going to do it on our calculator. So we're trying to find 59% of, it's always important to write it out, 3,000. And then we're finding 87% of 2,000. So we're trying to find out who ate more, the seal, this is the seal, or the dolphin. Okay, always write out your sums so you know what they're asking you, because sometimes it can be hard to remember. Okay, so let's find it out. We're going to use our percentages. So here we go. So we're going to write 59, here you go, can you see it? 59%, oh, hold on, 59% multiply, because that's of 3,000, equals, so the seal ate 1,770 grams. All right, let's see what the dolphin ate. So the dolphin is 78% multiplied by 2,000 equals 1,740 grams. So who ate more? Exactly. The seal ate more. But it's hard to, you wouldn't be able to see that from looking at that. So you have to work those sums out. Okay, very good. So this one, for instance, we'll do this one now because that one looks a little bit more complicating. It's got decimals within the percentage. Okay, so let's have a look at that. So which ate more? The crocodile or the lion? So we're going to use the C and the L. Okay. Again, you don't find it of 5 kg. You find it of 5,000 grams. And what's 4,500 grams? So let's work that out. So let's write out our sum. So the crocodile ate 62.5% of 5,000. Okay. And then the lion ate 66.66% of 4,500 grams. All right, so 4.5 is 4.5 kg. Right, 0.5 is a half kg. So that's 500. So 4,500 grams of meat. So let's get to the calculator. I bet you my phone has gone dead again. Of course it has. Now, here we go. We're going to work out the crocodile first. So the crocodile is 62.5%. See, it automatically turns it into a decimal for you. Multiplied by 5,000 equals. Crocodile ate 3,125 grams. Right, let's see what the lion ate. So the lion ate 66.6% of 4,500. So let's work that out. 66.66%. Wow. See? It's easier to let the calculator do the work, isn't it? And we multiply it by 4,500. And what did we get? Whoa! He ate 2,990. Now we've got 2,999. So we're going to round that. No, we're not going to bother. 99.7 grams. So who ate more? It's clear that the crocodile ate more. Okay, so that's the only way you'd work that out. Okay, guys, I'm going to let you work those out yourselves. Now, just remember, 20 litres, 11 litres. I suppose you could leave it as litres or you can change it to millilitres. I'd probably change it to millilitres. 20 litres would be how many millilitres? So there's 100 millilitres in a litre. So there would be 2,000 millilitres. I would change those into millilitres. Here we're talking about grams, so that's fine, and that's grams. Here we're talking about millilitres, so that's okay. And here we're 80, it's fine, yeah. Just to let that know. And here, just look at number 5 then. So that's 4. Go ahead and work that out. Then press pause and then come back to me for 5. So Trudy brought 48 euros with her on holidays. Calculate how much she spent on each item. So here, wow, okay. So it's a third is 0.33. You know that. So now instead of saying that's 8 1/3%, I would call that 8.33%. Okay. The 2/3 is 66.66. So 16.66%. Okay. So you work that out of her 48 euros, 5% of that, 16.66% of 48 euros, and that's your answer. Okay. So off you go, guys. Give that a go. Good luck. Hope you do well. Slán.